Welcome back. Well, now going back to our big news, Osama bin Laden is dead. That was, of course, confirmed by the US President Obama this morning. Now, let's listen into what the US Secretary of the State Hillary Clinton had to say just a short while ago on this whole issue.
Even as we mark this milestone, we should not forget that the battle to stop al-Qaeda and its syndicate of terror will not end with the death of bin Laden. Indeed, we must take this opportunity to renew our resolve and redouble our efforts. In Afghanistan, we will continue taking the fight to al-Qaeda and their Taliban allies, while working to support the Afghan people as they build a stronger government and begin to take responsibility for their own security. We are implementing the strategy for transition approved by NATO at the summit in Lisbon, and we are supporting an Afghan-led political process that seeks to isolate al-Qaeda and end the insurgency. Our message to the Taliban remains the same, but today it may have even greater resonance. You cannot wait us out. You cannot defeat us, but you can make the choice to abandon al-Qaeda and participate in a peaceful political process. In Pakistan, we are committed to supporting the people and government as they defend their own democracy from violent extremism. Indeed, as the President said, bin Laden had also declared war on Pakistan. He had ordered the killings of many innocent Pakistani men, women, and children. In recent years, the cooperation between our governments, militaries, and law enforcement agencies increased pressure on al-Qaeda and the Taliban, and this progress must continue, and we are committed to our partnership. History will record that bin Laden's death came at a time of great movements toward freedom and democracy, at a time when the people across the Middle East and North Africa are rejecting the extremist narratives and charting a path of peaceful progress based on universal rights and aspirations. There is no better rebuke to al-Qaeda and its heinous ideology. All over the world, we will press forward, bolstering our partnerships, strengthening our networks, investing in a positive vision of peace and progress, and relentlessly pursuing the murderers who target innocent people. The fight continues, and we will never waver. Now, I know there are some who doubted this day would ever come, who questioned our resolve and our reach. But let us remind ourselves, this is America. We rise to the challenge, we persevere, and we get the job done. I am reminded, especially today, of the heroism and humanity that marked the difficult days after 9/11. In New York, where I was a senator, our community was devastated, but we pulled through. 10 years later, that American spirit remains as powerful as ever, and it will continue to prevail.
Well, that was the US Secretary of State Hillary Clinton saying that it's the day of victory for all those who want to have a peaceful future and that the fight against terrorism will continue. Now, moving on, day 6 of the Air India strike spelled more inconvenience for the travelling passengers in the city. Today, only one flight in the domestic sector for national carrier Air India took off. This was the one that was off to Port Blair, but all other flights scheduled till afternoon to destinations like Delhi, Mumbai, Calcutta, Coimbatore and Trivandrum on Air India were cancelled. IS 671 Chennai-Colombo Air India Express was also cancelled. However, special arrangements were made with jumbo flights being flown in and out of Chennai and Delhi. In some other national news, nearly 48 hours after a helicopter carrying Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Dorji Khandu and 4 other people went missing, the chopper is yet to be found. Massive search operations are on to locate the missing Pawan Hans helicopter that had taken off from Tawang on Saturday. A two-member high-level central team, including Minister of State in the Prime Minister's office, V. Narayanaswamy, and Union Minister Mukul Wasnik, are in Itanagar to take stock of the situation and oversee these search operations. Around 30 columns of the Indian Army, comprising of 2,400 personnel, have been sent to different locations along the Indo-Bhutan border as part of ground search operation. 6 Indo-Tibetan border police teams with 25 personnel are also helping in the search. Inclement weather is, however, affecting the aerial searches. Well, now the Supreme Court will hear a public interest litigation seeking the All India ban on pesticide endosulfan. The petitioner, Democratic Youth Federation of India, in its petition says a large section of people was directly affected because of the use of endosulfan, a pesticide which was already banned in 81 countries and the use of which was not permitted in another 12 countries. Now, in 2007, police firing in Nandigram led to the death of 14 people and proved to be a catalyst for the first of the many land agitations across Bengal since then. This area was once a left-front stronghold, but as Nandigram goes to the polls tomorrow, Alok Pandey finds out what the scenario is like this time around. Take a look.
On the road to Nandigram, we find the landscape dotted with Trinamool Congress flags for many kilometers. Flags that eventually lead us to a town, Sonachura, that may seem normal now, but hasn't forgotten or forgiven the incident of March 14th, 2007, when 14 people died in police firing as they protested a government proposal to acquire land here for a chemical hub.
এই আন্দোলন মানুষ জমিন নিয়ে আন্দোলন বুদ্ধদেব লিবে বলছিল, তাই জন্য আমরা টিএমসি কে আন্দোলনে শুরু হয়েছিলাম।
A few kilometers away, Tekhali Bridge, from where police firing started on that fateful day. It was this incident that served as a launch pad for Mamata Banerjee's land agitation across the state. It was also an incident that made a politician out of Firoza Bibi, who lost a son in that police firing. In a by-election in 2008, she trounced her CPI rival, and this time around, she says things will be no different.
সিপিএম জেতা তো দূরের কথা, ওর জামানত জব্দ হয় কিনা সেটাই দেখা। শুনুন, তৃণমূল লাভবান হলো কি তার ক্ষতি হলো সেটা বড় কথা নয়, সারা মানুষ, সারা বিশ্বের মানুষ একটা মুক্তির স্বস্তি হলো, আন্দোলন করতে শিখলো।
In an area that was once a left front stronghold, what is really striking is that there is not a single flag or wall graffiti in their favor. Everything here seems to be about the Trinamool Congress.
वोट 2 दिन बाद मैं भी अभी तक जानती नहीं कि कौन आदमी यहाँ चुनाव प्रचार में खड़ी है सीपीएम में।
The only place where we find a CPI campaign is at the residence of Parmanand Bharati, the left front candidate here, who candidly admits to us that this election is an uphill battle for him.
They do not allow other people to talk with me. If I go there, they will threaten me. Why do you talk with that very candidate?
The left paid a heavy price for Nandigram in 2009, not just in Nandigram but across Bengal. Will 2011 be different? With camera person Biswajit Das and Alok Pandey in Nandigram, Madhusudan for NDTV.
This Kollywood star wants to act with superstar Rajnikant and Mohanlal. Find out what role she wants to play on the other side.